Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today we'll be taking a look at a really cool mechanical concept, dynamic camera locking. Now, I'll get to what it means in a sec, but first I'd like to thank YouTube commenter Yanwa Salesman, or Yanoi, or I'm sorry I butchered your name, for helping me come up with the idea in the first place. Thanks dude. Okay, so what is dynamic camera locking? It's just a fancy name I came up with for playing with the non-lock camera most of the time, and locking it whenever you really need to. It's actually easier for me to show you how it's done rather than explaining it to you with words. So let's take a look at a professional player implementing this tactic in action. In this clip we have Cloud9's ADC Sneaky playing Jhin. Notice how he plays with an unlocked camera, but as he kites away the enemy, he repositions his camera to have a better vision of what's around him. Let's watch the clip first and dissect it afterwards. Pretty nifty, huh? Every single time he auto-attacks, he makes a mental note to reposition his camera. When kiting with an unlocked camera, this is extremely good, since otherwise you have to waste the time moving your mouse to the edge of the screen behind your champion to follow up on where it has to go. Instead, Sneaky presses one button and that takes care of the camera. So how does he do it? Well, it's actually pretty simple. First, let's open our options menu. Now, by default, space is bound to lock the camera on your champion. I use my space key for something else entirely, so I've placed my camera lock on a mouse button on the side of my mouse. You can bind it to whatever you want, remember. So now all I need to do when I'm kiting is press this key right after I auto. And that's really all about it. Now, as we saw from the Sneaky example, we can make great use of this technique to further our awareness when kiting. Lately I've been implementing this strategy in my play, and I'll warn you right away, it's kinda mechanically intensive. Because not only do I have to reposition my camera, but I have to press spacebar to auto attack with the attack move click. After that I have to move my champion, and then I have to move the camera on a third action. So basically every auto attack is taking me 3 actions instead of just 2 or 1. Now of course it's better to use this technique on specific situations in which you really need to reposition your camera. It's not always needed, so if you're CSing a lane, don't kill yourself by just using this all the time. However, right there when you're CSing a lane is the best moment to practice this technique, because it's when you're most calm to try it out, and it's very unlikely you'll get punished if you make a mistake. But much like any other concept in League, once it's mastered, I'm sure it just becomes second nature. So give it a go if you're really interested. Finally, thank you so much for watching. We'll be putting up a lot more ADC related guides, so make sure to stay tuned. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.